Hey y'all, we're in Franklin, Tennessee. It's a beautiful day out, and I just want to take you through this build. So the client reached out to us through Facebook, through our advertising, and when the client came into our system, we hopped on a call with him and we went over a full design process. This project started with a design. He had a little bit of a challenging backyard with a slope that comes through here. And then he wanted to maximize the full amount of space he could put in his backyard with a pool and this paver patio area. So one of my favorite parts about this job is the materials we used. So this is a Teco block paver. It's the Para, and it is in the Cafe Crema color. The client wanted a really neutral feel throughout the whole entire backyard. And so we stuck with just a consistency of the same color throughout this whole entire project. Now walk with me over here. So with the Cafe Crema paver, we use the Raffinato wall block, also in the Cafe Crema color, with the Raffinato cap, which matches the coping as well. And then just to kind of tie this in and keep the same color scheme everywhere, we used a nice split face travertine stone veneer for this raised beam wall. We do have some scuppers coming out of this as well. Just a cool feature on this project. Yeah, so one of the issues we have and we run into a lot is we're dealing with slopes and elevation changes. It's somewhat of an issue, but we also see it as an opportunity. One thing also is the setbacks and the parameters we can build in. So obviously this isn't a huge backyard, it is a tight space. And so we had to build within set parameters, but we did not want to sacrifice the overall size and feel of the pool and the patio area. So one little key detail we do is when we have pool decks, we have to have somewhere to drain the water. And so you'll notice that the water is sloping away from the pool, and we have a slot drain through here. So instead of running a 2 to 3 inch channel drain, and where you see that exposed on top of the pavers, we hide our channel drain underneath to where we create this nice, sleek, modern drain where water can drain out and divert around the pool. So as you notice, we have the channel drain here, and there's also a channel drain running through here, which this really just cleans up the whole entire pool deck. We wanted to make it as modern and as sleek as possible, where your eye just has a nice visual in a nice neutral tone throughout the whole project. So what made me get into luxury design and outdoor living is when I first started my company, I was doing just a lot of the stuff that you wouldn't necessarily portray and put on camera. There's a lot of dirt work, there's a lot of concrete, a lot of just pavers and retaining walls. We also started doing a lot of commercial work, a lot of commercial masonry and concrete. And then as that developed, I really found it a need for me to want to get in just building high-end backyards. This is one of my favorite parts of this whole entire job. So with the pool and the elevation we had to work with, we created this sunken fire pit area. But what is super cool is this swim up bar we have incorporated into the pool as well. So you can sit here on your bar stools, or we have some bar stools in the pool as well. Just creates a really cool transition of two areas between pool and this lower patio area. So one thing that is really cool also about this job is these warming trend fire pits. So warming trend is top of the line fire pit. And as you know, they have a great warranty. They last forever. And this thing will shoot a massive flame out of here. So you can kind of hang out on the bench. You have multiple people you can entertain and just enjoy a really nice fire, hang out, oversee the pool, and also capture a nice view in our backdrop here. So roughly 2014 era, we rebranded my company to support that structure to where we became a full design and build firm. As I started designing, I just fell in love with the art behind it, the materials we could use, and really bringing the client's vision to life. That's the process I love, and I love seeing the clients, just really happy after we can design and build a project fully in-house. So with the neutral tone of this whole entire project, we did want to create some contrast. So we use these West Mount pavers from Teco Block as well, and they're in the Onyx Black. Awesome paver. I love the color. I love the black, and they tie in really well with a nice contrast. And then what's also cool, but you can't see now, is we have a strip light all the way around this sunken fire pit area, and also in all of these steps and under the bar top. We use in-light flex lights for these, as well as the rest of the outdoor lighting here is also in-light product. So just really great lights to use. And then just as a separation of space, we have this little planter here. It has some nice Tennessee River Rock in it with some boxwoods, just to soften up the space a little bit. Yeah, so throughout my years, as we have built pools and outdoor living areas for clients, the why behind, building a high-end outdoor living area or backyard, custom landscape, whatever it may be, is there's a few things that comes to mind for me. And so one is for the wellness and health aspect of it. Two, it's a peace of mind. It is a mental state of having everything you need in your backyard where you can enjoy it. And three, and could be the most important actually, would be family. To create family moments, experiences, to have your kids here at home in your backyard, where their friends and teenagers come to your house. To where you can create a very good positive environment for them, and really just to create memories to where everyone can enjoy this space. Now, what we have found out going high end and using, building gunite pools and premium materials, yes, it costs more money, but it also brings a lot more of a return on your investment. And so, we work with a lot of clients to explain that as well, to where, it's not all about the money and how much a project costs. We look at it from an investment standpoint, and we want to maximize that for every single client. Also, just to kind of finish this job off, we had an existing set of stairs that were just pressure treated lumber. We wrapped this with a TimberTech composite, and then we created a metal handrail as well that matches the existing railing of the home. So it just cleans it up a little bit. And then we also have some lights in the stairs as well. So the moment I knew I wanted to go into construction and outdoor living was shortly after high school. And so I grew up working on cars and doing a lot of mechanical things. So I was very hands-on, running equipment, operating equipment, pouring concrete, framing, etc. And so I knew that I was an entrepreneur at heart. And I just, rolled the dice and took a leap of faith and went into business on my own, and I never looked back. And so, once I got into it, we have changed and evolved a lot, which, kind of leads into my story of, starting out in one thing and then getting into luxury, high-end outdoor living. And to this day, we're still evolving. We're still getting better and better at our craft and what we do. And, now I have over 20 years experience in the industry. And, my goal was to still take it to the next level.